Good evening. I've been hired by Leon Draisaitl to come down here and be his media correspondent. So let's get this underway so I can go do things that I actually would like to do. So Jim, if you'd like to kick off the interview portion of this, that would be phenomenal.
Did you think over the last 2 years you've been second in your division and you showed a lot of maturity, but now you've lost 6 in a row twice. Did you think your team was past that? Not getting into these long losing streaks.
Yeah, I mean, well, the last 2 years, it is what it is. I mean, for Christ's sakes, we don't even have fans in the stands. You know how much easier it is to play with a bunch of drunk goons hanging over the glass screaming and yelling? It's much better, okay? It's much better. Although I don't miss, the fans throwing their jerseys at us every time we lose a game like we did against Ottawa. I mean, that's never fun, right? You don't have a great time when those games happen, Jim. So, yeah, I don't know. Maybe the past 2 years have been a little rough. We were in first place, and then we lose a few games. So what? I mean, what, you guys aren't used to this? What, you're not used to not winning Stanley Cups yet? Are we just going to all act as if this is like a dynasty? Christ, come on, Jim. You've been with the organization since it was in the WHA. Half these kids today don't even know what the WHA is, all right? You fossil. Stop living in the glory years, for Christ's sakes. You're like every old boy in this goddamn town. You want to remember Gretzky and Messier and, back in the days when Yari Curry was here. The hell out of here with that,
Lots of reasons for why the Oilers are playing the way they are in terms of winning and losing. What do you think is the number one reason for the losses now? Is there one thing that you, in your own mind, you're saying we got to get better at that?
Well, I can name 2 things, all right? 2 things I can name right now, right here, okay? 10:30 p.m. is when bars shut down, Jim, okay? So that means by the time I'm done and undressed and ready to go hit the town, I can't even get a goddamn drink to unwind, okay? And that means, you know what else that means? I can't even chase down a half-decent piece of pussy to go home and wrap her head off the goddamn headboard like I'm hitting her from behind like Tom Wilson, all right? You picking up what I'm putting down, you old fossil? Jesus Christ. Look at you, Jim. What was it like being beside Jesus carrying the cross? What was that like? What was he like? Was he a kind guy? Tell me more about him. Come on, Jim. I don't play hockey for the fame and fortune. I play it so that way I can go out and pick up hot ass, okay? Something that you, my friend, probably know nothing about. So there's 2 reasons. How about that? Put that in your skull, rattle it around, and figure out what it fucking means to you.
Would you like to expand on that?
Expand on that? You know what I'd like to expand? Is some fat ass cheeks. Like my fellas down there in Tampa. You know what the boys down there on the Lightning are doing right now? They're probably in a yacht full of fat ass Latinas. And here I am, walking around a frozen tundra. So yeah, how about that for expanding? Huh? I'd love to expand a fat, old ass and just see what it feels like inside it. Huh? Does that fucking make any sense to you? Christ, your dick probably hasn't been hard since the last time Gretzky hoisted a cup.
Why are you so pissy?
Why am I pissy?
Why are you so pissy?
Why am I pissy? What do you think? Okay? Why do you think? Jesus Christ, even after a loss like that, I can't even go and unwind in this goddamn town. I love hitting the road. I love going down to Florida and ripping it up with Stammer and all them fellas down there. You know why? Because it's a good time. This place is a hellhole, okay? Why do you think everybody's so much better when they leave? Jeff Petrie goes to Montreal, and the first night he's there, he puts up 6 points. I'm putting up 60 points a season for this goddamn town, and all I get is, when are you going to get a Stanley Cup? When are you going to get a Stanley Cup? Probably the same time, Jim, is when you finally dig the grave and put a foot inside of it. How's that, you fucking... Jesus Christ, you fucking...
Not very good one.
Okay.
I have one more for you. Leon, you show your frustration on the ice last game against Ottawa. Is that a good thing when you show it so the other team knows you're frustrated?
Frustration on the ice. Frustration on the ice. Yeah, of course I'm going to show a little frustration. You know what? Know where I'd love to show a little frustration? Is on the face of an Earl's waitress. You know what I mean? You know what I mean, Jim? I'd love to just release my frustration on the face of a goddamn Earl server, you know? Right after she slung me 6 pints of frosty goodness, I'd love to take her back to my house and exactly what I said before is hit her from behind like I'm goddamn Tom Wilson, you know? Put her in a stretcher. That's what I'd like to do. You see, why anybody would want to play in the city is beyond me, you know? I'm thinking about packing my bags and actually heading back to Germany because it seems better there, you know? It seems much better there than here because then I don't got to bump into goddamn dinosaurs like you. You should be, you know what know where you should be, Jim, is down at the Drumheller goddamn dinosaur museum so everybody can see what the 1700s look like. That's where you should be. You should be in a goddamn museum, you fucking artifact. I've had enough. I'm getting out of here.